great controversy? Do you know what it contains? Have you any appreciation of the subject matter? Do you not see that the people need the light therein given? If you have not already done so, I entreat you to read carefully these solemn warnings and appeals. I am sure that the Lord would have this work carried into all the highways and byways. The great controversy above silver or gold. The great controversy should be very widely circulated. It contains a story of the past, the present, and the future. In its outline of the closing scenes of this earth's history, it bears a powerful testimony in behalf of the truth. I am more anxious to see a wide circulation for this book than for any others I have written. For in the great controversy, the last message of warning to the world is given more distinctly than in any of my other books. Book Great Controversy I appreciate above silver or gold. I greatly desire that it shall come before the people. The results of the circulation of this book, Great Controversy, are not to be judged by what now appears. By reading it, some souls will be aroused and will have courage to unite themselves at once with those who keep the commandments of God. But a much larger number who read it will not take their position until they see the very events taking place that are foretold in it. The fulfillment of some of the predictions will inspire faith that others also will come to pass, and when the earth is lightened with the glory of the Lord in the closing work, many souls will take their position on the commandments of God as a result of this agency.
Today we're in Marble Arch. We want to thank God because we have been allowed to come back to London again after a while for another mission. So today's weather is a bit rainy. We're praying that God can hold back the weather elements so that we can work. We've already distributed a few books. We're still setting up, and we pray that God will soften the hearts of many souls so that they can be able to receive these materials. And we're praying for great and mighty things to happen in London today.
For Zion's sake will I not hold my peace, and for Jerusalem's sake I will not rest, until the righteousness thereof go forth as brightness, and the salvation thereof as a lamp that burneth. And the Gentiles shall see thy righteousness, and all kings thy glory, and thou shalt be called by a new name, which the mouth of the Lord shall name.
The Lord calls for many more to engage in the canvassing work. For Christ's sake, my brethren and sisters, make the most of the hours of the new year to place the precious light of present truth before the people. The angel of the covenant is empowering his servants to carry the truth to all parts of the world. He has sent forth his angels with a message of mercy, but as if they did not speed on their way fast enough to satisfy his heart of yearning love, he lays on every member of his church the responsibility of proclaiming this message. Let him that heareth say, Come. Every member of the church is to show his loyalty by inviting the thirsty to drink of the water of life. A chain of living witnesses is to carry the invitation to the world. Will you act your part in this great work? Both men and women. Jesus is calling for many missionaries, for men and women who will consecrate themselves to God, willing to spend and be spent in his service. Oh, can we not remember that here is a world to labor for? Shall we not move forward step by step, letting God use us as his helping hand? Shall we not place ourselves on the altar of service? Then the love of Christ will touch and transform us, making us willing for his sake to do and dare. Review and Herald, January 7, 1903. Scatter books like leaves of autumn. This is a work that should be done. The end is near. Already much time has been lost when these books should have been in circulation. Sell them far and near. Scatter them like the leaves of autumn. This work is to continue without the forbiddings of anyone. Souls are perishing out of Christ. Let them be warned of his soon appearing in the clouds of heaven. Review and Herald, August 13, 1908.
This is the end of another day. We started off this day in Marble Arch today with quite a bit of rain. It's ended with still quite a bit of rain, but God has been merciful. We have been kept safe and dry through it all. Our hearts have been warmed, and these are the results at the end of the day. We thank God for all the hundreds of books that have been distributed. We pray that the souls who have received these books can find a blessing. May God bless the works that He has done today for His people, and only His name be glorified as we continue to work and hunt for more souls that are looking for present truth. God bless.
As God blesses the minister and the evangelist in their earnest efforts to place the truth before the people, so He will bless the faithful canvasser. Careless spectators may not appreciate your work or see its importance. They may think it a losing business, a life of thankless labor and self-sacrifice. But the servant of Jesus sees it in the light shining from the cross. His sacrifices appear small in comparison with those of the blessed Master, and he is glad to follow in his steps. The success of his labor affords him the purest joy and is the richest recompense for a life of patient toil.